Hey there, Drew here, and welcome back to the Drew Saur coaching channel. If this is your first time here, thanks for joining us. This channel is for those of us who want to have stellar careers, but with a little less stress and, if we can, a bit more fun. My job is to bring you ideas that'll help you look at your career in a new way. I promise that if you try them out, you'll start to see the professional world differently. And more importantly, they'll start to see you differently. So this video is part of my series on success mindset, because to have a thriving career, we need to understand how our own brains work. So the question we're trying to answer here is, do I have a strong mental framework? And what I want to talk about today is a little trick to help you build the confidence when you feel like you can't do something. Right? And this is something when I talk to clients, when I talk to prospects, it comes up more often than not, this idea that I ask them a question, what about this, what about that? And the answer is, I don't think I could do that. I could never do that. And in order to understand why we need to change this pattern of thinking, it's important to understand how your own brain works, as I said earlier, right? The thoughts we think every day create grooves in our mind, right? They create habits. And the best analogy for this is simply, a river carving a canyon, right? When you have a river going down, it's very gentle, it's very light, but it's constant. And you think about the Grand Canyon, right? This huge gap in the earth was created by a stream just doing its thing for hundreds, then thousands, then millions of years. And that's what your thoughts are doing in your head. Every time you have a thought, particularly a repeating thought, it creates a deeper and deeper groove. And if the thought you have is, I could never do that, every time you have that thought, it becomes harder and harder to get out of it because you're making it deeper and deeper. And so the trick to changing the way you think is to change the thought itself. And I want to give you a little trick today, which is simply to add the word yet, right? Not yet. So every time you have, and oftentimes these are called limiting beliefs, this idea that I'm not sure I could do that, change it to I'm not sure I can do that yet. One word, but it changes the complete meaning of the sentence, right? I could never do that means I can never do that. It's a very definitive statement. You can't, end of story. I can't do that yet means you actually will be able to do that, right? It's just a matter of time and effort. And I'll tell you that anything in the professional world, right? There are laws of physics. You can't do literally anything, but anything in the professional world that you think you would need to get to the C-suite, to get to wherever you want to go, is learnable. I can't do that yet. All it takes is the time and the energy and the knowledge, and you can get there. So what happens if you don't do this? Well, as I said earlier, you're just going to groove that negative thought pattern again and again and again. And unfortunately, you're the only one who knows what you think, right? So other people don't see this. They don't know what's going through your head. So you are the only one who can fix this. So if you choose not to do anything, you're just going to groove that pattern deeper and deeper, and it's going to get harder and harder as time goes on. So what's the exercise? Add the words, not yet. Anytime you face something that you don't think you can do, simply say, I can't do that yet. Because what that will do is automatically get your brain to start thinking of, okay, well, if I can't do that yet, what might I need to do to be able to do that? And you actually start kicking off your subconscious. There's all these kind of things from a psychological perspective that benefit you if you add that simple word, not yet. So that's the idea. If you have a thought where you're like, I can't do something, simply add the word yet, and you'll start to see a change in your own behavior, and you'll figure out how to move forward. So simple trick, but it's very powerful. So try it out. Let me know in the comments how it goes. And I promise you, it'll change the way you see these things when you face a challenge or something that you think you can't do. And as always, like everything else in your career, it takes time and energy to get where you want to go, and it helps to have a partner. It'll help you have a partner when you're practicing the not yet. It'll also help you have a partner if you're trying to get your career to that next level. That partner can be a friend, it can be a peer, but someone to help keep you accountable. And if you're ever interested in working with a coach, feel free to go to drewsaur.com and schedule some time for us to chat. I look forward to seeing you next time.